Hi guys, Blake here today, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina, Lake Taneycomo, Branson, Missouri. It is the 22nd of February, another beautiful day. We had a little rainstorm come in last night, cooled it off just a bit, but it's still in the mid 60s. I think gonna cap out pretty close to 70 today. And they're running like between 60 to 40 megawatts today, all day. It's kind of sporadic which hour they're doing which one, but it's all in that 1 unit flow. And today I'm going to start off throwing the 1/25 ounce black on black jig. We got overcast skies, so it should work pretty good. And we are up right below Andy Williams' house. I can see fish jumping all over the place. Everybody on the dock was catching the fish pretty steady. I caught a couple off the dock just seeing if they were eating the jig. And the people I passed coming up the lake were reeling in fish, so. There's one on the first cast. What do we have? Is it a brown? It's a brown. No, don't do it. This is a little stalker, but he's already pumping his belly full, whatever he can find. Alright, one on the first cast today. Yesterday I had a trip with my buddy Lance. We went out for a few hours up to the dam, and they had just slowed the water down to that 40 megawatt flow, and we used the 25th ounce jigs the entire time, and we caught a lot of fish. Something about this flow and jig fishing just go together so well. It's also a great flow for fly fishing, midges or scuds or whatever have you, but it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and very nice outside. Oh, there was a jump. He hit it. Thinking I might turn around and fish the deeper side here. Might even need to get my boat out there in the main current. We'll just do it that way. We're calling for another chance of rain. So, light shower sometime today. I don't know that we're actually going to get it though. But I didn't have any fishing reports from people on boats today yet, but the dock fishing looked like it was going pretty good. Now that we're out in the main current, let's flip around and do this side again. This part of the bluff, it's right across from the house with the tennis court. Usually about, with this kind of water flow, probably 9 foot deep or so. Oops, that made a lot of noise. But yeah, it was a really fun bite at the dam. They were even eating the jig before it ever got to the bottom. That fish on the first cast was promising that it was going to be just the same as yesterday, but we also didn't fish down here yesterday. We were up at the dam. There's another fish. Oh, 2 browns. This one's a flyer. 4 jumps. Getting a little bigger. I'd be okay with an episode where we just caught browns and everyone got bigger than the last one. I'm not exactly sure how this jig is wrapped in the net. It's all black. It's impossible to tell which part is jig and which part is net here. Really. Oh, I'm still in the net. Okay. Took way longer than it should have. Oh. We are currently right across from the golf course now. There's another one. Well, you got a rainbow this time, yeah. Yes. Oh. He did not like his belly touched. When you're fishing these smaller size jigs in this slow flow, you really got to make sure you wait. You know, if it's 8 foot deep, you need to wait at least 8 seconds before you start your retrieve. So on and so forth. They sink about a foot a second. Maybe a little bit slower depending on what exact megawatt the water's running, but boat is not wanting to cooperate. There's another one. Just for a second, I thought we had another brown. That was a really dark rainbow. So not so much action up above, but starting at the golf course here, it really picked up. There's another one. This is a really fun time of the year to be here. That rainbow's got a little more size. I need to start remembering to bring a towel with me. And when you're fishing here, we're just another one. Oh. Well, that's a bigger brown. Loosen the drag a little bit. It's flying. It's actually turning the nose of my boat right now. Oh yeah. Well, so far the trend is continuing. The browns are still getting bigger. Amazing. Oh. Come here, buddy. That might be a 20-incher. Yes. Big old beautiful fish. Let's see what he goes on the scale. Not quite 20. But big, healthy, strong fighting brown trout there. So this part of the lake, now that we're down, we're crossing the brown house now. If you're floating where I'm floating, you're floating in about 4.5 foot of water. You're casting into about 7 or 8, maybe. So, I'm taking mine, you need to let it sink longer at first. But then as you get closer to the boat, you need to speed up your retrieve just a little bit because it's getting shallower. You don't necessarily want to drag the bottom with the jig. And as we get closer to the narrows, the spot out there that's 7 or so feet will become more like 4 or 5. So you're just always trying to pay attention to where you're casting and how long you need to let that jig sink before you start your retrieve. Been a while since I drifted over the Narrows with one unit running. I think we'll go ahead and trim the big motor out just in case. Okay. I do want to get a little bit closer to the channel though. And we might go ahead and go nose into the current this time. Sorry, lots of camera flipping today. Another one. Oh, these fish are fighting so strong. Getting some really good hooks out there. Alright. We're officially going over the Narrows. My trolling motor might drag. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so now we're working with some really shallow water. So it's going to be real quick. Oh boy. I guess I get to say that was a mic drop. But yeah, this water is too skinny for the trolling motor. So I'm doing like a reel and a pop, just real quick. Coming over the top of that gravel bar. There's some days where the fish are just loaded on top of this gravel bar, and you can do that little quick jigging motion and catch one every cast, but it doesn't look like that's today. There's one. Oh. Oh, what was that? I don't know if that was a fish or if I just wasn't quick enough to reel. Should start getting deeper again here. Slow it down just a touch. There's a baby. Yeah. Hard to stop fishing on days like this. That was a big fish over there. All right. Sneak in and see if I can get that big one to bite. Oh, that really might have been him. Darn. That was a good hit. Whatever it was just took my jig. In the world. Oh. There they are. That's not the size I want. That's the size I want. Well, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. We got some of my 1/25 ounce jigs mixed in that cup with that true 1/32. And this flow is probably a little heavy for the true 1/32. You can get away with it when the water's off, but man. problems with braided line is right there. It can get looped on itself. It can quite be a problem. Oh, now that's just unfortunate. Okay, I'll turn the camera off. I'm gonna get this all re-rigged. I'll be right back. Okay, a few technical difficulties there, but I think we're all squared away now. You really gotta watch that braid and make sure it's on the reel like it's supposed to be. That was a fish. Does it count as a fish? What is that? Huh. Look at that. Now I know they don't stock trout that small. That is like, he's like 5 inches long. Thought for a second it was a creek chub. Too small to believe. Okay. Only a couple more casts. It's just hard to stop when the bite's this good. on this cast. Alright, I gotta call it. We thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll be back out again tomorrow.